welcome back to the House of Cards, everybody. We are in episode 99, and we are inching closer and closer to the episode 100. Today we have our usual, yes, the Monday mailbag. We got a nice one here today with a lot of bangers in it. We got tons of basketball, some really rare football, and then a one of my cards I've been after for a long time in football as well. I guess I said football twice. Oh, well. Anyways, you get it. So enjoy the video. I hope you like the pickups this week. If you have any questions, of course, please comment below. I'd love to answer those. Or if you just want to give me your feedback on what I picked up, if I picked up some not so enticing things, then let me know. I mean, I like to hear all thoughts, good and bad. So anyways, we'll do the usual stuff. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button. That would be amazing. If you like the video and you enjoy it, hit the like button at the end there. All right, guys, well, we will leave it there for now and enjoy the mailbag. All right, let's start in. This one's really tight. Okay, let's go from the side then. That didn't work. I see he's got a big piece of cardboard in there. There we go. Great packaging. A+. Okay, we'll get that laid out too. Good to have handy dandy. All right, there we go. Very nice Zion. This is the fast break hollow, so this is out of the fast break boxes, but really nice copy. PSA 9, slightly off center left to right, but that's kind of normal fare for good old optic. Just centering is always an issue, but you know, it is what it is. So great looking copy there. Zion has been a big pickup of mine, as you might have noticed. All right, we got another one. It's from the same guy, so I don't know why he didn't ship them in the same package. Doesn't make much sense, but whatever. It's his shipping cost. My door's opening over here. All right, there we go. All right. Another one. Interesting. Now, this time he used his painter's tape. Just switched it up. All right, we got another graded card. Come out. There we go. All right, cool. So I got this on the super cheap. And again, I've never been like a big MPJ sort of anything really, like collector. Like, I respect his game. I think he's pretty good at what he does, but haven't really done much with him. Then he signed a big 5-year max contract, and I know he's kind of like probably third scoring option on Denver, but I think that there's a good possibility he could be doing a lot more. But pretty cool looking shock there in a 9. Shocks are hard, 9s are pretty common grades for these, but I mean, for the price I got this for, I mean, yeah, I think it only has room to go up because it's pretty darn low. Hopefully he'll have a breakout season, become the man. All right, another blue bubble mailer. This is the color of the day here. It's not the same guy, is it? No. I'm about to say, geez, been giving this guy a lot of business. These bits here. All right. Oh, wow. Excellent packaging. Doesn't look to be graded, so I'm glad it's well protected. There we go. All right, cool. So I just grabbed this. I used to actually have a copy of this, and I got rid of it. But this is an Mbappe from the museum collection in this past year, I believe, 2020. Oh, 2021, yeah. So this is a nice gold museum, Mbappe. Nothing crazy. It's numbered out of 50 there. You can see that. So just a nice copy there. Just wanted to have one for my collection because I got rid of my other one. All right, let's go with this one. Oh, that one's like too easy to open. Opens right up there, so I'm gonna have to try. All right. Oh yeah, that's a good one too. So if you're not familiar with this card, this is the Russell Wilson Topps Chrome variation. So this one is very hard to find. They pop up few and far between, but I saw this one jump up and I had to grab it. Again, it's just a base card, but it is the variation, so it's short printed, but just very, very infrequently you'll see these on eBay. There's only a couple that are for sale right now, then they don't pop up raw too often. So grab this. I thought it'd be a nice collection piece to add, part of my registry as well, because it's a hard one to get. So anyways, I hope Russell gets better soon. That middle finger injury, not great. He had to go into surgery. He's gonna be out probably like 4 to 6 weeks, but Russell, he'll be back and he'll be strong. So hopefully Geno Smith can hold it down. But this is a nice copy. I'm really excited to have that. All right. There you go. Professional. Let's see if we can extract here. There we go. All right, cool. So I ordered this because I just, and again, I might be a little bit late to the bandwagon here, but Sam's having a hell of a year. I know they're 3-1 right now at the time of recording here. Who knows what they'll be next week? But even without McCaffrey, and I think he's proven himself to be a pretty solid pickup there for Carolina. So I'm happy for him and his success. This blue isn't like a color match, but I just like the way it looked. It just looked pretty nice. So I'm gonna have to take a closer look at it, make sure there's no issues. But yeah, just a nice, pretty parallel there. It's numbered out 299. You can see there. So yeah, nice Sam Darnold there. I think I call this the Aqua optic. So very cool. All right, okay, go in here. I see Mr. Morant through the plastic here. There we go, that's a beauty. All right, so again, PSA 9, I love the 9s just because they're a lot more affordable for people, especially when you're dealing a lot. So this is the Ruby Wave. Very nice, out of the 2020 Prism set. So yeah, beautiful copy here, PSA 9, Ruby Wave. I think I got this for a pretty good price. So yeah, that's another nice one I'm gonna be able to have available at a show soon. Ramping up for a big show in Oregon that I'm doing here in about a week and a half. Should be a good one. I always like to come locked and loaded with lots of inventory. So it's important to always reinvest after you have like I've had a pretty big few weeks of shows, and every time I've just been getting wiped out, so I have to keep re-upping, or else I'll just have a very empty showcase. All right, cool. So I grabbed this one. This is just one of those cool inserts that are part of Prestige. Sorry, these are case hits, I believe. So pretty rare. This is the DK Metcalf one. There's obviously multiple different players that have this insert, but yeah, I thought just to grab this. It's a nice copy, so it's kind of a cool insert. I figure with DK being as popular as he is, somebody will really love to have that. Drip. All right. Oh, that's a big old piece of cardboard. Interesting. Let's see what that is. Okay. So it's in a semi-rigid. That's good. There we go. Oh, another Kelnick. Another day, another Kelnick refractor. Again, picking these up for cheap. So I just want to keep stacking these up before the season starts next year. Get a few nice ones. Want to get some color, but for now I'll just get the regular refractors. So yeah, nothing crazy. You guys see me grab these a million times. So just 2018 Bowman Chrome first Kelnick refractor. So yeah, these are pretty easy to find still. You can get those pretty easy to tell the condition too, which is nice because you don't, it's not like all the good ones have dried up. There's still plenty out there. All right. Okay. That work? No? I'm not sure what this card is, to be honest with you. I can see it, but I can't see it. There we go. Okay, bunch of filler. Oh, let's see. Oh, maybe not. Cool. It's like loading me with like the same players. Oh, Brooklyn Nets. Interesting. I wonder what the correlation is. This is a 2012 Prism. So first year Prism, I should say. Kobe Bryant. I'm trying to show you his face, but he's underneath this painter's tape. Oh well, there we go. Close enough. Again, as you know, 2012 Prism is highly sought after, one of the most collectible sets, the more modern cards. So just kind of, finding some of the superstars from this set, obviously the Kobe and the LeBron, and then a bunch of the, like rookies like Damian Lillard and, Anthony Davis, and some others are just, some of the big names. But, you can still find like some of the superstars for a decent price. I would say, you're not going to get them like dirt cheap because they're, pretty expensive cards, especially when they're in high grade. But you can still find, like Shaquille O'Neal and, some guys like that for a fairly good price. But yeah, this Kobe, the hard thing on these is centering. So even this one's not perfectly centered. I think it's, it's within tolerance possibly with PSA. So I got to kind of think about it, how I want to kind of approach this one. But yeah, these are just, beautiful cards. They're just, classics now. I think it's always nice to have a few of these as part of your collection because, 2012 Prism will always be, kind of sought after as the modern, super set or whatever you want to call it for collectors. All right, let's start here or here. Okay, we'll start here. Right, this one is from, I think it's from the UK. Yep, so definitely a soccer product. All right. And a top loader is my question. Yeah, looks like it. So we can pull out the blade. Try to make sure first that's in the top loader because I have gotten card stickers, mostly raw, in these types of taped up cardboard situations, and if I would have gone in with a blade, I would have just sliced it. All right, cool. Another Ronaldo. I've gotten a couple of these now recently, just grabbing these up because they're still plentiful out there. This one, the centering isn't super great left to right. So if everything else checks out, I could see this being like an 8 or a 9. But yeah, the other one had a little bit better centering I got recently. But as long as the surface and the corners are good, the centering, the most you'll get docked is probably like 1 grade. Most likely SGC is who I'm going to get this graded with. So they're the ones that'll be, using their standards, which are a little bit more fair, I think, than PSA is. So yeah, should be that one should do okay as long as the surface and everything checks out. But getting those again for around $50 or so is a good move right now, I think, because even like an 8, you're honestly still making money because they go for still far over $50. Obviously, then you gotta add your grading fee, right? 30 in there, so you got 80. You probably sell an 8 for 100, 150 if I was just guessing off the top of my head. So even if it came back in 8, you're still doing all right. So that's kind of the best way to do it. Oh, this is a big boy. Loosely wrapped up in a Donruss box topper here. So you guys might recognize that. So this is now my 3rd Brady Bowman. Got me quite a few of these, and I've done fairly well with them. I've graded a couple. I graded 1, and I've sold the other ones raw. But these are just getting more and more. I was picking these up for like $500 last year, or not even last year, like after the Super Bowl, like in like February. Actually, right before Super Bowl, I lied. but I mean, they've just skyrocketed since then, and now they're, if a decent copy right now all day is over $1,000, like raw. So it's a little bit of a high risk purchase, but if you get one and you can get a copy that comes back, say like a 9, then you are probably in the ballpark of like a $2,000 to $3,000 card. So high risk, high reward, right? You know, it's just one of those situations. So this one looked really clean, and looking at it in hand, again, not seeing the surface because I've had a couple that had some gnarly surface issues, but just looking at it through the plastic and the penny sleeve, there's a small touch of white on the bottom left corner. It's very, very light, so I don't think that's a huge ding. The centering looks pretty good. So I think this might be a candidate to get graded. Again, I gotta check the surface and really dig into it, but this is a nice looking copy right now. So I hope it's in good shape, because I really want to get one of these back in high grade and just hold it this time, because I get what they call it, soft hands, whatever it's called, when you sell everything, because you can't hold it. But I'm also a dealer, so you know, part of what I do is to, you know, make money, and so it's hard sometimes when you have temptation of someone giving you a nice offer on a card. So again, I gotta get better at kind of really holding on, having diamond hands, right? Hands that don't ever let go or break, or whatever the saying is. All right, Jesus, this is a very, oh, okay, are we in? Yeah, there we go. Okay. All right, jeez Louise. Almost there, guys, I promise. Holy moly. This is all that for this tray. For like the, I mean, why wasn't the Brady package like this? I don't know. Anyways, again, I'm never gonna complain about over packaging, because it's, I mean, it's a pain in the butt, but it's nice. It's nice to have things safely sent to you. So this is just a kind of a cheap tray rookie card I picked up. I just wanted to get a little more tray variety, and I like to have some lower end like rookies and stuff for people that can't afford the, you know, $400, $500, $600 cards. You know, I like to have some things, you know, like $100, you know, $200 tops, you know, stuff like that. So this is a nice Gem Mint 9.5. This is a Status, which I think is a really dope set, and a lot of people, you know, I think it doesn't have like super high hobby following, but I think there's a lot of people that like really like just the design of it, because it's really this cool and, you know, modern, and kind of just, but modern but not like corny, you know, like some cards that try too hard to be modern, they just look terrible. But I think Status does like a really good job of kind of mixing in the modern elements with like really like kind of design, like heavy like patterns and geometry and stuff. So super cool set. The reason why this card's, I got it for cheap, is with two things. A, it's BGS, and then second, it doesn't have subgrades, which is kind of a sneaky play, because I know like true collectors, I mean, if you're getting like a high-end card, you want to have the subgrades. But low-end cards without subgrades, I think, is a nice play, because they actually save you money. And most of the time, people don't really care about subgrades on a card like this. You know, it's like that important. You got 9.5, you got 9.5, right? So if I was, you know, getting the Brady graded, I would definitely get subgrades, right? Because, you know, people want that in a card, you know, $3,000 card. But in a $100 card, it's like, whatever, who cares? So anyways, this is the Trae Young. This is the green parallel, so it's not the base card. It's at least a, you know, a shorter printed version. So yeah, just pick this up just to have another tray available when I'm dealing at my next show. So I think it's a nice one. All right, let's crack this one. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you for using painter's tape. Okay. All right, cool. Add to the Jaw collection. So this is one of my favorite parallels. It's the purple parallel, which I think is really beautiful. Very reasonably priced. You can get these for, not very much in the 9 specifically too. 9s again, I think are the play. There's a lot of 9s that are I got this stack. I was gonna do like a video on this the other night because I was like, look at all these 9s I got. 9. Okay, this last one's a 9.5, but anyways, you get the point. So yeah, I just kind of been stacking up 9s, and again, it kind of goes back to the same thing I just talked about, is affordability for people, right? If this was a 10, this would probably be like a $500-$600 card, right? In a 9, it's like $200 tops, maybe 150 to 200 bucks. So again, just a nice card to have for, especially when you're dealing. Again, these aren't cards I'm like keeping in my PC or anything like that. These are just cards I like to have in my case. I think they attract people. They see these, the colors and the, all the different parallels and everything. It gets people excited. So a lot of people love collecting this, and this is a beautiful card too. I like to pick out stuff too that looks nice. Typically, like on this one, the green doesn't really go well with the red, but it actually doesn't look terrible. I kind of like the contrast in this, because sometimes with the green it looks like like Christmas when it's in green and red, but this one they use more like a lime green, so it looks kind of fresh, and then they have like the kind of the blue and the silver in there too. So for whatever reason, it looks pretty good. So when I'm picking like parallels and stuff, I try to pick ones that like are attractive, because again, like like the red, white, and blue prism parallels with, let's say like a Baker Mayfield, right? You're like, ew, you're like brown and yellow uniform with red, white, and blue. This looks awful, So think about that too, because a lot of people, really do buy cards just based on the attractiveness of the card itself. It's not always about the hype train of whatever the most sought after parallel or whatever. It just looks bad. It looks bad, Alright. Okay. A bubble and a bubble. Feels like there's 2 in here. Yeah, if that's the case, I know what this is. Got this from the same seller. So these are SGC 10 Hyper Pinks. So again, SGCs, super good deal, 60% or so of a PSA. So again, and with SGC, I trust their grading to be very fair and accurate. So in my opinion, if PSA opens up a lower price level, these would be a perfect candidate to crack and then resubmit the PSA if you wanted to go that route. Because let's just play a numbers game real quick, okay? Let's just say a PSA 10 in these, let's just keep it easy. Let's say it's $500, okay? Don't quote me or like comp check me or whatever. Like, we're just playing a game here, right? Okay, let's just say this Zion in a PSA 10 is $500, and let's just say I got this for $275 or whatever the price was, right? Okay, let's just say PSA reopens and they open up a service level, a regular service level for $75. Okay, so I got this for $275. I send it in a PSA of $75. It goes regular service, so it takes a little while. I get it back in 3 months, but I'm $350 into it, and it comes back a PSA 10, and PSA 10s are doing $500. I'm up $150. It's not a bad investment, So these are the types of things you got to think of when you're kind of looking at SGC slabs right now, because I don't know, I'm gonna move these probably before PSA reopens, but I'm definitely gonna strategize, and I think a lot of people are gonna look at that as an option. Is once PSA has a lower price level, is what can I do with these SGC 10s? Because I think the consensus is that SGC grades hard, and for the most part harder than PSA, especially on 10s. So I think my opinion is that there may become a whole new kind of ecosystem of people cracking SGC 10s and sending them in the PSA, which sounds terrible, because I think everyone should start building up these other grading companies so we're all just not slaves to PSA. But I do think that if you're a smart business person, that's actually a really easy way to make money. Again, you're gonna have the waiting time and da 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 da. So there's a little downside to it. You're gonna be all that money is gonna be tied up for a few months or whatever. But at the end of the day, there could be a really good turnaround. Even if you just take a few cards and you're just like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna just flip these over to PSA. Maybe SGC kind of becomes like the testing ground for your cards. Spend $30. Hey, if it comes back at 10, I know it's gonna cross over at a 10. So maybe something to think about. I don't know. I'm not down that road yet, but just something that crossed my mind. All right, let's start here. Scissors. Little breathing room up here. All right. Definitely feels like a graded card. Yep. Wonderful packaging. Thank you. Thank you, Jay. All right. Bang, 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 bang. And we're in. Okay, cool. Excited to have this one. So got this jaw to add to my jaw pile that I've been racking up here over the last month or so. So this is the green prism, which is really cool. Just nice looking card. It's not like a color match or anything, but I don't know, for whatever reason, this kind of works. This is a nice one because the centering is a 10 on this, which is really hard with prism in general. And then everything you got there are 395. So you got a Gem Mint Plus on this guy. So yeah, I got this for a really decent price. I think it's just one of those things, is picking up whatever I can right now with some of the young stars, and yeah, just hopefully they come out swinging when the season starts. So another jaw here for the collection. Well, not my collection, but the jaw collection that I got going on for when I'm dealing. All right, let's open this blue one. See, it's another blue one. I tell you, these blue bubble mailers are becoming more prevalent. All right, well, that is not the card I ordered. So it's a filler. Anwar Ghazi. Where is? Oh, there it is. Filler. At least they threw in some color. Oh man. All right, so here is the card I ordered. So this, one of my favorite players, Kevin De Bruyne. This is from Mosaic. I believe this is the Euros. But what a beautiful parallel, right? Nice color match. Got the little, the yellow in the Belgium kit, so it just looks really cool with the orange. It just kind of, makes sense. But yeah, just really nice looking card. And this one's numbered here out of 25, so super low print. So I'm excited for this. I hope it's grade worthy, because I love to slab this up and have it in my collection. But yeah, just De Bruyne, one of the young studs in the league. But there you go. Excited to have that. All right, and this let's see here. This is okay. I can open it on that side. Little box action here. Reusing your Amazon Prime box. Good job. Okay. Oh, got the popcorn and everything. Whoa. Well, I mean, they did a good job. They got all the different things. They got the big bubbles, the popcorn, the bubble wrap, all the bubbles. There we go. All right. Oh, and a sandwich bag. There you go. Definitely gonna keep that bubble wrap for future. So, get this little packing slip out of here. So you can. There we go. Finally. Sorry about that. So this guy wrote, "Great buy. Enjoy." All right. So this is crap all over it. Let me take it out. So this is, I took a little bit of a flyer on this one. I gotta be honest with you. I've been wanting a Patrick Mahomes prism for a while. Just haven't had it in me to spend, $2,000 on a 9. So what I did was I got an 8 in this kind of weird grading company. Yeah, I mean, I just thought, you know, for the price I got it for, I think it was probably about $150 less than a PSA 8. So granted, is that like a super good discount? Yeah, you know, I mean, it's okay, right? It does have the weird surface thing next to his shoulder. This is like the most common sort of issue with Mahomes Prism cards. The centering wasn't terrible, but it wasn't, you know, it's not perfect, but it's not like really, really bad. So I don't know. I'm kind of torn on what to do with this. I'm most likely going to crack it because it just doesn't make any sense to keep this grading company. First graded, is that the name of this company? I mean, oh my gosh, look at this slab. Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be a kind of a weird decision to make on how to, you know, what to do with this card, because again, I don't want to crack it and then submit it and then it comes back like a 7. You know, like that's kind of my fear. And I don't know if it's like worth going to BGS, like if they'll give me anything, you know, if I could bump the grade at all or even keep it at 8. I'm just worried, you know, my fear is going to PSA, submitting it there, and then it comes back like a 6 or something, you know, and that's kind of the scary part. So I could either just leave it in this case, you know, I'm sure somebody will still want it, and, you know, maybe I just mark it up a little bit and just, you know, take a small profit on that, or I try to, you know, resub it to, you know, BGS or PSA and just kind of cross my fingers that it comes back, you know, at least an 8, you know, and that's kind of the, you know, the options right now. So that's that. So I don't know. I'm going to have to kind of think about it a little bit. I'm probably going to bring this with me to the show I'm doing this weekend. And, you know, if I get any takers that want to just, you know, take a shot at it and I'm able to make, you know, a small profit on it, I might just move it and just call it a day and just be happy with taking a profit. But I really wanted to get one to then, you know, resub and have in my collection. But yeah, I don't know. It's just now I see it in hand. I'm just trying to imagine like what grade would I get with this, you know, I'm not sure. So anyways, there you go. Patrick Mahomes 2017 Panini Prisms. I mean, it's silver, but they're all silver, so not special. There you go. Okay, well, that is a wrap on another Monday Mailbag week. Thank you again for watching, everybody. Don't forget to leave your comments below for anything that you want to drop a line about. And if you haven't still subscribed, now's your time. Hit the subscribe button. That would be awesome. And then if you did enjoy the video and you made it this far, hit the like button. I would really appreciate that as well. Okay, guys, well, that is all for now. And one quick thing I never ever say, but if you want to follow me on Instagram, you can follow me at the same title at House of Cards, spelled the same way, and no spaces or gaps or anything, just House of Cards. All right, guys, well, anyways, we'll leave it there for now, and we'll see you on the next video. Until then, peace.